Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. And yeah, this is the Replay Line the Rider. And now we are talking about the Astron Rex 105 mm, the new American support medium tank. And this tank honestly is, I like how it looks, but it isn't only about looking. Let's make a comparison, as I kinda enjoying doing lately, comparing tanks. Yeah, it's great comparing tanks. It's great, and let's compare some tanks. Let's bring lots of tanks. What the fuck is this? Okay, they are introducing new tanks, guys. Like, dude. Okay, don't make more questions. And I have to bring maybe uh another tank, another autoloader, maybe some Italian one, right? No, I don't bring the Italian one because it's auto reloader and it's a bit different. And yeah, that's it. Those are the tanks that I want to bring. Why two Lorraines? Okay. No, and I want to bring someone other. That is Czechoslovakia. Skoda TC. Okay, guys, those are practically all or not all autoloader tanks that exist in tier 8 mediums. Let me just see if I can find another one. I'm not removing projectos because they're auto reloader, that it's quite different. And no, I don't find another auto loader tank on tier tier 8. As you see, part of the progetto that is kind of broken. Even the Boraski is broken, but for another story. This dude has the highest damage per minute on these tanks. Its Tech 3 counterpart doesn't have that huge DPM, but it's only 100 less. And as you see, the Lore 40T is the one with the lowest DPM. Another thing to consider, this tank doesn't have the greatest penetration with AP. As you see, 190 mm, and you say, what the fuck is that? But actually, you load gold is 250, and it's the same as the D69. And I'll just look all the others to look how they penetrate. And this Skoda is actually the worst one. No, it's this the Borask, of course. But the penetration with APCR it's nice on the Astron, considering that this tank has a huge clip on its part. Talking about the module damage, these are the highest because this one brings 105 millimeters, this one 100, 100 or a 90 millimeter, 105 and a 90 millimeters. Let's bring back our old AP shells. The gun penetration on the Astron Rex actually reminds me about the American Heavy. As you see, I just bring you to actually just to see the American Heavy, the T-32. They actually buffed it, but yeah, the shell are the same freaking name, T-32 and T-32 and T-29E3, T-29E3. So you have a medium tank with a gun of an heavy tank, made it autoloader. Like, what the fuck? Yes, it is. I just showed the name. I just looked in him and said, what is that? And yeah, this isn't important, but I don't fucking care about PS5, honestly. Rate of fire doesn't count on autoloaders. Reload clip is the highest a part of the Lorraine 40T. That Lorraine 40T brings 4 shells, even the T69 brings 4 shells, even the Astron brings 5 shells, and this is one of the best thing about this tank. You can do 1,600 damage without single clip. But look how it unloaded 16 seconds to unload a clip. And you can actually do this with the T69, unload the shell, unload the clip much faster, and you can actually reload faster. So it has like 50 seconds if we could compare the reload of this among these. I brought the Run 40T because it has a very, not the highest, but a very high unload clip, and it is 1200 damage. So 400 damage less, but maybe 7 seconds less to unload the clip. Yeah, that's a very great thing. As you know, Discoda are famous for the fast unload clip that it's very painful, like 720 damage. It's very painful. It actually can shoot two. Actually can shoot another, maybe another clip as inside the Astron Rex. As you see, 4 seconds of intro clip. 4 seconds of intro clip. It's very high. Those are the 2 second, 2 second, 2 second half, and 180. Shell velocity isn't good, but as maybe a lot of knows, with APCR you can actually have faster shells. Ammo capacity sucks on this tank because you have only 30 shells. Like 30 shells, and that's it. Like you have only 6 clips. Yeah, very good indeed. Yeah, very good. Very good, yeah, very good. And here on the Gundam League, we have some good parts and some bad parts. The good part is aiming time and generally moving and moving handling. Like we have 192 seconds and we have a nice handling, but the dispersion 0.41. Why 0.41? It's so huge. But this dude have a very low, have a much higher gun aiming time, but better, actually a better dispersion on when still, and the worst dispersion on the move apart of the Barask. 10 degree of gun depression, very good. You can actually play better maps. And the speed, yeah, only the Barask is actually faster than even even the Lorraine 40T. This tank isn't a good runner. It's quite similar to the T16, 269, but yeah, it isn't good runner. The one of the strangest part of this tank is the armor. The armor on this tank, I'll let you see. The armor of this tank is very strange. You know, very strange. Let's grab it. No, medium. I actually forgot it is a medium. Okay. The Astron Rex armor. Look at it. Look at it. Like, how? Like, maybe let's go some gold or compare it maybe with a tank that has 230 millimeters of penetration. So, as you see, if you stay still, they can actually penetrate you. But look the streak that it has. It has a stronger lower plate than a upper plate. And when you have this, you can actually angle this tank like this and trick the enemy to shoot your lower glasses. Maybe with each shell doesn't work, but with AP, yes, it works. Another great thing with this tank is the turret, a part of that big super fucking idiot tumor that kills the hull down. But I love when Wargaming to make these tumors because if this one doesn't have the tumor, you'd have just super hyper mega strong hull downer medium tank that would not make sense. If this one is a weak point, If it is all down, not when it doesn't. But when it's all down, it is a problem. With each shell, yeah, all this part becomes problem. But if he aim still, it's actually difficult because well, I hate this part of the gun maybe. But yeah, it is a quite good tank when it's all down. Not very bad. And comparing the armor with the T69 maybe isn't the best thing, but we'll have to do it to see. Just look the shit of this tank. Maybe that part is even strong. This part is even stronger, this tank, when you're actually trying to hold on, but they penetrate you here with maybe some HE or lower penetrate gun. Don't talk about this are quite armor sucks. The camo isn't great either. So let's look a battle of this tank. Let's go maybe. Okay, a part of the timing. Sorry. Before I show you the battle, I have something to say about how, of course, I made this tank. Uh, some people will not agree with me, but I put an improved ventilation, improved aiming class, and I put the coated optics. Why I preferred coated optics, maybe respect. I don't know how the others are equipped the tank instead of turbocharger. I prefer the coated optics because of spotting range. I can actually spot much faster than the others, and I actually enjoy it more. And when you can actually do scouting part and use the scouting perk to put coated optics. So you can actually go 446. But if you have like maybe a super good crew with everything on its own, you can actually boost it to 481. And some people drop it for turbocharger and there's 430. It's great. I'm not saying that it is bad, but I prefer spotting more. Yeah, this brings much higher top speed, but I think the even you can actually even drop out the vents and put coated optics. Of course, not this one. Even if it makes your spotting range much higher, but I'll take the improved aiming class just for dropping down this. Maybe with some skills, you can actually drop it down more, but or even with with one of the field modification. If you have a good crew, you can actually drop it down very easily, like 0.35. So it is what it is. I don't have uh, I don't have the field modification, so I put the ventilation, uh, coded optics, and improved aiming class. And my I don't have a super high skilled crew, but it has like free skill, so not the highest. But as you see, I actually improved the tank, and I wanted to have much better range. And this is the battle. As you see, of course, without the turbocharger, I'm much slower because I'm limited to 52 kilometers per hour. But I spot more. I actually reach the spotting range, and I prefer it more. So I trying to go the hole with the other mediums because I hated this map, by the way. I loved it, but they actually don't block on every field mode. And yeah, this isn't the slowest tank, but remember this tank packs armor and packs a very painful gun to the enemies. Turning speed is super high, so you can actually maybe take down a little bit with look at turning speed. It's super high, you maybe turn down a little bit of that with field modifications, because it's high, but I don't have field modifications, so I cannot. I tried to check if someone was there. Look how much damage this gun did give to the NPC. 339. I missed him. I repair, and I think I'm going to reload the gold clip, because when you don't have nothing to do, you can actually shoot one shell and reload, because you'll have the full clip again. Maybe not now, but I reload it. Here it is. I reload too much later. See even how much small this tank is. I really like the aesthetic of this, but the tumor could be much better, but I understand when they have to put the tumor, because this tank has a very huge clip and deals lots of damage. So as you will see, after the TNH will try to climb, I try to aim someone right there. But I wanted you to show you 1, 2, 3, and I reload, because why not? As you see, I could have actually have done to him 1600 damage if he was free for 8 points. So you can actually wreck tanks when you have full clip and you penetrate all the shells. You can actually destroy tanks. You can clip medium tanks if you don't have all low rolls, of course. And I wanted to help my teammate. Also 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Unloaded, and he buzzed my turret. So as you see, only the tumor is bad armored on this tank, but all the other parts are very good armored on this tank. Not the upper places, but upper armor is better. Another question that maybe people have: is this tank better than T69? In my opinion, this tank can be better in some ways and worse on the others, because this tank packs lots of damage for clip, but even greater armor, but the problem of this tank is the reload between shots and the reload of the wolf. You will see right after. We actually kill 3 tanks like they were one-shots. This is one great thing about auto-loaders. But for many people, I think this tank can be better than T69. You see the problem of the penetration. The penetration is kinda similar to the T69, but this T69 has hit shells, not APC bar shells. Non gold. And it has less damage, but much higher damage per minute. But as you see, even the accuracy with all these field modes, with all these new ads, the accuracy, even bad accuracy can receive a nice accuracy. I was waiting because I wanted to make 8 kills, but let's go for the damage. Let's go for the damage. Yeah. And as I told you, the clip size of this tank is tremendously low, but of course it is a small tank. We have to do this. More tanks had to be like this, maybe like some probably Russian tanks and the LT-432. That of course you can create like 3 shells maybe. And I really want to get a kill, but of course they don't give kills. And this was a very great battle, for my opinion. As you see, first mastery, we made mastery here, and we made 3000 damage, and a very great battle. Credit-wise, this battle was a very good credit earning. I didn't have like other things, and yeah, it was a great tank. So, conclusions. Now we're back to the conclusions of this magnificent tank, apart of joking. Is this tank really worth it? Depends on when, on how you will get it. Yeah, you can get it right now, as I done it with the offer that you can actually achieve with, of getting to the event of the Waffenträger. Or you can actually grind the event of the Waffenträger and get the tank. If you grind the event and you are really like big autoloader tanks, this tank is for you. But if you like more Borask, if you like more Progettos, if you like more Panteras, if you like more Skoda T27, don't expect this tank work like that. Because this tank has a huge clip, but this tank has a huge unload, a huge, how is it called? Clip, intra-clip reload. But if you can try to grab it for free, or you can try to grab it for less. The event of the Waffenträger, I made a video about it, but it isn't the hardest one in my opinion. Of course, depends on which Waffenträger you count. I played the Waffenträger and I never lost one. I said I never lost one battle because you have to fight against super organized dude to win. But with my clanmate, we actually win 2, 3 battles in a row against the Waffenträger because the Waffenträger was kinda idiot. And now they make a very good add-on. They put like they made like if you wait 1 minute and a half, they will give you the one key of the Waffenträger, so people can actually play. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, put a like. If you don't, put a dislike. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.